Alright guys, this is the interpretation for the first annual Midnight Madness tournament at Union Endicott High School. We're going to run one 3-minute continuous running period. Okay? The announcer from the head table is going to ask each mat one at a time if they're ready. They're going to acknowledge by waving or giving a thumbs up, and then they'll ask mat 2, mat 3, so on. Once every mat is ready, they're going to start music. Once music gets started, it's going to run continuously for 3 minutes, and we're going to wrestle. As soon as the takedown's awarded, the official's going to blow the whistle, stand the wrestlers back up neutral, and say wrestle again, and we're going to be wrestling. That's going to go for 3 minutes. Each takedown on the scoreboard is only going to be worth 1 point. Every time you're going to award 2 for a takedown, you're only going to see 1 point on the board going up. For those of you keeping score on the scorecard, rather than doing T2 every time, you can just put a tick, a tick, a tick, and we're going to keep track of the most takedowns for the whole tournament to determine the champion. In addition to the music playing, the scoreboard at the far end of the stadium is also going to be counting down 3 minutes continuously. At the end of the 3 minutes, the clock will stop, and that's when the music stops. The period is over. Regarding stalling, each wrestler who stalls is going to get 1 stall warning. The next stalling is going to be 1 takedown for his opponent. Each time you call stalling after that, the opponent will get 1 takedown. We're going to regard fleeing the mat just like stalling. It's going to be an additional warning, and then after that, the opponent is going to get an additional takedown. If we have an instance of injury time or blood time, at each table we will have stopwatches. Start the stopwatch when the injury or blood occurs. Keep it running while the injury or blood is happening. Once the wrestler is done bleeding or he's no longer injured, stop the watch. If you've accumulated 45 seconds of blood time or injury time, at the end of the 3-minute continuously running period, your mat will continue for the additional 45 seconds or whatever was tacked on for blood or injury time. With it being a summertime tournament, singlets are preferred, shorts and t-shirts are accepted, headgear is optional, and mouth guards are mandatory. At this point, we have both wrestlers to the mat on the line, both with their ankle bands on. You're going to hear the announcer from the head table ask if all the officials are ready, if we're ready to begin. Once we give some sort of acknowledgement to the head table, the music's going to start and we're going to be wrestling.
Mat 1 ready?
We're ready on mat 1. Wrestle. 2. Back up, start wrestling, guys. Right there, get your stance. Wrestle. Work to the center. 2. Here we go. Wrestle. 2. This will continue for 3 minutes. At the end of 3 minutes, the scoreboard timer will hit 0 and the music will stop. At that point, wrestling is done. We have the winner with 2 takedowns this bout. The takedowns will be tallied at the head table, accumulating throughout the night. The winner with the most takedowns at the end of the tournament is the overall tournament champion.